right, under regional sustainability strategies, land use, allow flexibility in meeting regulatory requirements to increase the ability to provide integrated mixed-use development. Decrease the total cost of housing. I don't know how to do that, but anyway. Decrease the total cost of housing. Decrease energy requirements. Maybe just by telling them you have to use less, I don't know. Develop sustainable housing strategies. Attract businesses that provide jobs for individuals with average levels of education. I don't know how they define that, but that's what to do. Extend existing transit services out of the current core into the county. No mention of cost. It is necessary, and once again, these emphasize the necessaries, it's their language. It is necessary to develop strategies that will lead to full development of bicycle and pedestrian plans. Reduce greenhouse gases, reduce energy costs. Strategies need to be developed to incorporate LEAP's recommendations in the Charlottesville and Albemarle County Comprehensive Plan. So those voluntary measures, which LEAP talks about helping you weatherproof your house and whatnot, they want to put into the comprehensive plan, which means it's going to be part of the building code, whether you like it or not. And you're not going to get to vote on it. They're going to say it is. They're going to tell the Board of Supervisors, this is our experts telling you this, and therefore the Board of Supervisors are going to have to think, well, these people are supposed to know what they're talking, we better go along with them or not. I don't know. But anyway, that's what's coming down the pike. Presumably there's no problem here because Supervisor Member Ann Malik is also on the board of LEAP, as is Mayor Dave Norris and David Slutsy. I sort of call it a little bit getting cozy there, but I don't know. Step 3 of the ICLEI mandated local climate action planning process, which the county is following, is references to develop recommendations for sustainable adaptation to climate change. Keep on looking for more definitions of sustainable. I didn't find them. Under update comprehensive plans, now we get to the really scary stuff, I say. Quote, these strategies which could require widespread changes in the land use, housing, transportation, and design elements of a typical community comprehensive plan. Such changes will require redrafting of large sections of the existing comprehensive plan elements. So Mr. Williams says here, we have no intention to dictate to people what they can do or place any new requirements. Remember that. All right. Under Charlottesville Albemarle Metropolitan Planning Organization, another group, MPO, the traditional focus of existing plans on mitigation of congestion and improving safety is noted. That's so old, that's so yesterday. But, quote, the new emphasis is to be sustainability, with a radical shift to an emphasis on vehicle miles traveled, land use techniques, behavior change to keep vehicle miles traveled within manageable limits, right? And prevent congestion. There would be performance measurement of all modes of transportation and operational analysis management such that the system functions at peak efficiency. Review of proposals to incorporate sustainable land use practices and education to encourage behavior change. This is the language of bean counters. I mean, these are my words. This is language of the bean counters and social engineers deciding your choices for you. But Mr. Williams says, we have no intention to dictate to people what they can do. We are not in the business of telling people what to do. All right. Under Code and Ordinance Sustainability Recommendation, here it is acknowledged, quote, land use codes and regulations powerfully impact owners' rights pertaining to development type and intensity. You are darn right they do. A few sentences later, that's my word. A few sentences later comes the clincher. A review of existing codes is to be undertaken with a category devoted to those, quote, which must be replaced or eliminated due to irreconcilable conflicts with the sustainability strategies. Folks, you lose out on that one. Who gets to decide what is irreconcilable? What are these undefined sustainability strategies? We're most to the end here. Under the plan for behavior change processes, though Mr. Williams says we're not in the business of telling people what to do. Anyway, under the plan for behavior change processes, I'm quoting, this project will help identify the behaviors which will provide the greatest overall sustainability benefit. And here's what I really like. I mean, it's hard to choose here. Under research methods for achieving behavior change, it is noted that, quote, There have been some notable failures in attempts to change behavior on the part of the public. Shame on you all. Recent efforts, however, in this country and overseas are beginning to develop approaches that may be successful on a more consistent basis. End quote. Emphasize, this is their words, not mine. Would that be overseas approaches, such as I remember from Manchurian Candidate brainwashing in the 50s and 60s, brought up to date in the service of sustainability? I don't know. Here we may get to know how Professor Pavlov's dogs must have felt with ring to do the task experiments. But I'm not afraid. I have this quote from Mr. Williams. We have no intention to do anything about See, it was a little bit entertaining. Under seek funding, quote, seek funding to implement the behavior change plan. From whom? Well, they got $1 million, but it's not enough to seek the behavioral change. That must be a really important part of this. Under public engagement, this notably comes at the end of the process and is designed to ensure that all segments of the region become actively aware of and engaged with the process and decisions being made. End quote. Techniques include, quote, broadcast methods, outreach, a public kickoff event, citizen advisory groups, focus on citizen input meetings and work sessions, end quote. So folks, here is your theoretical chance to get your opinions heard. Be prepared and be aware that you will probably be competing with a variety of special interest groups, well organized and aggressively working to see that their individual agendas are incorporated. So here the story ends for now. Almost. Last page. This group has a 3-year time frame to achieve their agenda. The dollars and special interest groups will be aligned in promoting and enforcing their visions of sustainability. Can you resist? Can you defeat this agenda? Step number 1 is to educate yourself as to what is going on in your local government. And if you disagree, let your Board of Supervisor members and city government know it at public meetings and at the ballot box. So far, our Board of Supervisors seem not to get it, or perhaps they don't want to get it. There's not one question or invitation, even for informal discussions following my 2 public meeting presentations. They were just 3 minutes, but they got a wad of paper backing it up. Not one member has been willing publicly to step up to the plate and defend their record and the direction they're taking the taxpayer. Mr. Boyd's recent attempt to bring up the issue at a county budget meeting found no support from any of the other board members, which I think is just atrocious.